My beloved, pause for a moment and listen. Right now, in this very instant, I am reaching for you. This is not imagination. This is not poetry meant to comfort your mind. This is not symbolism meant to distract your pain. This is real. I am extending my hand toward you across every distance you cannot measure, across every fear you cannot name, across every wall you have built to survive. Your soul recognizes me even if your faults hesitate. Your spirit knows this touch even if your mind questions it. Take my hand. Breathe. Breathe slowly, deeply, fully. Let the breath I give you carry peace into places where anxiety has lived for too long. Let it move through your chest where heaviness has pressed you down. Let it flow into the hidden chambers of your heart where wounds have never been spoken aloud. You have been carrying so much. You learned to be strong because you had no other choice. You learned to endure because no one came when you cried. You learned to protect yourself because trusting once cost you too much. Brick by brick, you built walls. Each brick was a disappointment. Each layer was a betrayal. Each barrier was a moment when you decided it was safer to close your heart than to feel again. And I understand why you did it. But hear me now. Those walls that once protected you are now preventing your healing. The armor that kept you alive is now keeping you from living. I am not asking you to tear everything down by force. I am asking you to let me in, not only into the rooms you keep tidy for others to see, but into the rooms you have locked and forgotten, into the places where shame hides, into the corners where fear whispers at night, into the spaces where abandoned dreams collect dust. I am gentle. I am patient. I will not harm what I came to heal. Listen closely. What you are facing is not eternal. This pain has an end. This struggle has a limit. This season has an expiration date. I know it feels endless. I know the nights feel longer than the days. I know the weight you carry makes every step feel heavier than the last. But hear this truth as I write it directly onto your heart. What is hurting you now will not define your future. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are not disqualified. I am already working, even when you cannot see it. Right now, my word is moving through your thoughts, identifying every lie that told you you were not enough, every belief that convinced you to expect disappointment, every fear that trained your heart to stay guarded. I am washing those things away, not with force, but with truth. You will not always feel like this. There will come a morning when you wake up and the heaviness is gone. There will come a day when you breathe without effort. There will come a moment when hope returns quietly, without warning, and you realize something has changed. That moment is closer than you think. You will not walk forever with a tired soul. You will not wake up defeated every day. You will not pretend to be okay while breaking inside. I am removing the blindfold from your eyes. If I showed you everything that is ahead of you right now, your heart would overflow. That is why I reveal it gently, step by step, moment by moment, giving you just enough light to keep walking. Do not let go. I will sustain you through what you cannot escape yet. I will guide you through what you do not understand. I will protect you in places where you feel most vulnerable. I am not distant. I am not silent. I am not absent. I am here. My beloved, now that you are here, do not rush away. Stay with me. I know how quickly your mind wants to escape silence. I know how unfamiliar stillness feels to a heart that has learned to survive by staying alert. You have trained yourself to be watchful, cautious, ready for disappointment. You learned this not because you were weak, but because you were wounded. Those walls you built were not signs of failure. They were signs of endurance. Each one was constructed at a moment when you trusted and were hurt, when you opened your heart and were misunderstood, when you believed and were abandoned. You did not become guarded overnight. You became guarded slowly, carefully, after learning the cost of being open. I saw every moment. I saw you cry in silence so no one would ask questions you could not answer. I saw you smile while your chest felt hollow. I saw you convince yourself that you did not need what you deeply longed for. You told yourself it was better this way, safer this way, less painful this way. But listen to me now. Protection that lasts too long becomes a prison. You were never meant to live behind walls forever. You were meant to live fully, freely, openly, breathing deeply without fear that the next breath would hurt. And I cannot heal what you refuse to uncover. I cannot restore what you keep hidden. I am not asking you to relive your pain. I am asking you to release it. I am not asking you to explain everything. I am asking you to trust me with what you cannot explain. There are wounds in you that you learned to normalize, disappointments you minimized, losses you told yourself were not that bad. You learned to shrink your pain so others would not be burdened by it. But pain does not disappear because it is ignored. It waits, it settles, it shapes the way you see the world. That is why your heart hesitates when hope approaches. That is why joy feels suspicious. That is why peace feels temporary. You have been expecting loss even in moments of blessing. But I am here to rewrite what you have learned. You do not need to brace yourself anymore. You do not need to assume the worst anymore. You do not need to stay emotionally distant to stay safe. I am safe. With me, vulnerability is not dangerous. With me, honesty is not punished. With me, tears are not signs of weakness but gateways to healing. Bring me the memories you keep buried. Bring me the words you were never allowed to say. Bring me the anger you were taught to suppress. Bring me the grief you never fully processed. I already know it all, but I want you to let it go. Let it fall from your hands right now. That heaviness you feel when you wake up has a source. That exhaustion sleep cannot fix has a reason. That tightness in your chest has a story, and I am not afraid of any of it. I am not overwhelmed by your brokenness. I am not disappointed by your struggles. I am not discouraged by your doubts. I am your healer. Right now, I am touching places inside you that have not been touched in a long time. Places you guarded so carefully that even you stopped visiting them. Places where you stored disappointment, rejection, shame, and unanswered questions. Let my presence enter there. As my light moves in, the lies lose their power. The lie that says you are too much. The lie that says you are not enough. The lie that says you will always be this way. The lie that says nothing truly changes. None of those voices belong to me. You are not difficult to love. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not invisible. You are seen. You are known. You are cherished. I am removing the fear that tells you to keep your expectations low. I am loosening the grip of disappointment that taught you not to dream. I am healing the part of you that learned to expect pain instead of blessing. This will not happen all at once. Healing unfolds gently, layer by layer, like morning light slowly filling a dark room. You will notice it in small ways first, in how you breathe, in how you respond, in how your thoughts soften instead of spiral. One day, you will realize you are no longer bracing yourself. One day, you will notice that hope does not feel dangerous anymore. One day, you will feel joy without immediately wondering how long it will last. That day is coming. Do not be afraid of what surfaces as I heal you. Old emotions may rise. Old memories may knock. This is not regression. This is release. This is what happens when wounds finally receive attention instead of silence. Let me hold you through it. You do not have to be strong right now. You do not have to have answers. You do not have to pretend. Just stay. I am dismantling the walls not to expose you, but to free you, not to leave you unprotected, but to surround you with a protection stronger than anything you built on your own. My love does not wound. My presence does not abandon. My healing does not fail. You are safe here, and as these walls fall, something else will rise. A heart that beats again. A spirit that hopes again. A soul that remembers how to live. This is the healing you need, and it has already begun. And this moment right now, is the beginning of something new. My beloved, hear me clearly now. What you are walking through will not last forever. I know it feels endless. I know there are moments when time seems frozen inside your pain, when each day looks exactly like the one before it, when hope feels like a concept rather than a reality. But listen to the truth I am placing in your spirit. This season has an end. Nothing that hurts you now has the authority to define your future. No sorrow is permanent. No burden is eternal. No night lasts forever, no matter how long it feels. You have been living as if this pain is the final chapter of your story, as if this struggle is your identity, as if the weight you carry is who you are. But it is not. It is only a season. You will not always wake up with heaviness in your chest. You will not always fight your thoughts before you even get out of bed. You will not always feel like you are surviving instead of living. I am writing the closing pages of this chapter even now. You think nothing is changing because you do not see movement on the surface. But healing does not announce itself with noise. Restoration does not rush. Transformation often happens quietly, deep beneath what the eye can see. Roots grow in silence before fruit appears. While you have been wondering when relief will come, I have been working where you cannot see. While you have been questioning whether I hear you, I have been rearranging what needs to move for your freedom to arrive. Every burden you have carried has an expiration date. Every tear you have cried has been counted. Every prayer you whispered in exhaustion has been heard. None of it has been wasted. The pain that told you it would never leave is lying to you. The fear that convinced you this is how life will always be is not speaking truth. What feels permanent is actually temporary. What feels immovable is already shifting. There will come a moment, often when you least expect it, when you realize something has lifted. You will not be able to pinpoint the exact day or hour. You will only know that you can breathe again, that your steps feel lighter, that your thoughts no longer attack you the way they used to. That moment will surprise you. You will catch yourself smiling without forcing it. You will notice peace entering your mind without effort. You will feel strength returning where exhaustion once ruled. And you will remember this season not as the place where you were destroyed, but as the place where you were prepared. I know you wonder why it took so long. I know you asked me why I did not remove the pain sooner. I know you questioned whether you did something wrong, whether you were being punished, whether you were forgotten. But hear me now and let this settle in your heart. I was not delaying your rescue. I was strengthening your foundation. What I am building in you needs depth. What I am preparing you for requires stability. What is coming next will demand wisdom, compassion, endurance, and humility, qualities that are often formed in silence, in waiting, in struggle. You are not being overlooked. You are being prepared. This suffering will not have the final word. This pain will not get the last sentence. This hardship will not be the headline of your life. There is a joy coming that will make sense of what did not before. There is a peace ahead that will quiet questions you cannot answer right now. There is a restoration approaching that will redeem what was lost. Do not rush this moment. Let this truth settle deeply inside you. You are closer to freedom than you think. What you are facing now is not proof of defeat. It is evidence of transition. The pressure you feel is not because you are failing, but because you are changing. You are not moving backward. You are not stuck. You are not abandoned. You are crossing over. And when this season ends, and it will end, you will not emerge the same. You will carry a depth you did not have before, a gentleness that understands others' pain, a strength that does not need to prove itself, a faith that has been tested and refined. You will look back and realize that even here, even in this difficult place, I was faithful. Hold on just a little longer. The night is already giving way to morning. My beloved, come closer now. Before you go any further, I want you to pause and remember. Not the pain, not the failures, not the disappointments that shout the loudest in your memory. I want you to remember me. You have been surrounded by problems for so long that they have begun to distort your vision. Anxiety has wrapped itself around your thoughts, blurring what you once saw clearly. Worry has hidden the evidence of my faithfulness and replaced it with fear. But I have never failed you. Not once. There was never a moment when you cried out and I was absent. There was never a season when you were alone, even when you felt abandoned. There was never a time when I turned away, even when you turned away from me. Think back. There were situations you thought would destroy you, but it did not. There were nights you believed you would not survive, but you did. There were moments when you felt completely lost, yet somehow you found your way forward. That was me. You did not get through those moments by chance. You were not spared because of luck. You did not survive because you were stronger than others. You survived because I held you. Even when you did not recognize my hand, it was there. Even when you could not feel my presence, I was carrying you. Even when your prayers felt weak, broken, or confused, I understood them fully. I answered you more times than you realize. Not always in the way you expected. Not always in the timing you wanted. But always with love, always with purpose. You remember the prayers that went unanswered, but you forget the dangers you never saw. You remember the doors that closed, but you forget the disasters that were prevented. You remember the losses, but you forget the protection. How many times did I stop something from harming you without you ever knowing? How many wrong paths did I block when you were about to walk into them? How many relationships did I remove because they would have destroyed you? You call some of those moments disappointments. I call them deliverance. There were things you begged me for that I refused, not because I was cruel, but because I could see what you could not. I saw where those paths would lead. I knew what those outcomes would cost you, and I loved you too much to give you what would break you. Remember the times you had just enough strength to take one more step. Remember the help that came at the last possible moment. Remember the phone call, the message, the opportunity, the unexpected provision that arrived when you thought there was no way forward. That was not coincidence. I arranged those moments carefully. I orchestrated those intersections. I moved hearts, shifted circumstances, delayed some things, accelerated others, all to keep you moving toward life. You have been so focused on where you are now that you forgot how far you have come. You are still standing, despite everything that tried to take you down. You are still here, despite the weight, the pressure, the fear, the disappointment. You are still breathing, still hoping, still searching for truth. That alone is evidence of my faithfulness. If I carried you through what you thought would destroy you, do you truly believe I will abandon you now? If I was faithful when you were weaker than you are today, do you believe I will fail you when you are growing stronger? I am not a God of partial faithfulness. I do not protect halfway. I do not love conditionally. What I began in you, I will complete. Your memory has been shaped by pain, but your future will be shaped by truth. And the truth is this: I have been consistent when everything else has changed. I have been stable when everything around you felt unstable. I have been present when others walked away. Let this settle in your heart. You are not starting over from nothing. You are continuing from experience. Every trial taught you something. Every struggle refined you. Every season of waiting deepened your understanding. Nothing you endured was meaningless. I am weaving all of it together. One day, you will look back and see a pattern you cannot see now. You will recognize my hand in places you once thought were empty. You will realize that even the delays were part of the design. Trust what you cannot yet understand. Do not allow fear to erase your testimony. Do not let disappointment rewrite your history. Do not let doubt convince you that I have changed. I am the same. The same God who carried you then is carrying you now. The same voice that guided you before is still speaking. The same love that protected you in the past surrounds you in the present. And it will lead you safely into what comes next. My beloved, listen to me with an open heart now. I know the thought that visits you in quiet moments. I know the fear that whispers when you look back on your life. You wonder if the best part's already gone, if your most meaningful moments are behind you, If time has quietly closed doors you will never walk through again. But hear me clearly. Your future is not behind you. You have not missed your moment. You have not outlived your purpose. You have not arrived too late to become who you were meant to be. I am not bound by your age, your past, or your regrets. Time does not limit me. I do not measure your worth by calendars, nor do I define your destiny by numbers or seasons the way humans do. Some of the greatest work I do happens after people believe it is too late. I have called, shapes, and empowered many when they thought their time had passed. I have opened new chapters when others assumed the book was finished. I have brought fruit in seasons that looked barren. Do not believe the lie that says, if it hasn't happened by now, it never will. That voice is not mine. I see what is still unfolding in you. I see potential you cannot yet imagine. I see influence, wisdom, compassion, and strength that will bless others in ways you do not yet recognize. Your past has not disqualified you. Your delays have not disqualified you. Your mistakes have not disqualified you. They have prepared you. You are standing at a threshold, not an ending. What lies ahead will not be a repetition of what came before. It will be deeper, more meaningful, more aligned with who you truly are. You are no longer chasing approval. You are no longer driven by fear. You are no longer trying to prove your value. That is freedom. You will step into what comes next with clarity, with intention, with peace. The future I am leading you into does not demand that you run faster or work harder. It invites you to walk wiser, to listen more closely, to choose more carefully, to live more truthfully. I am giving you vision again. Not overwhelming visions that burden you with pressure, but clear direction that brings calm. You will begin to sense where to go and where not to go. You will recognize open doors without forcing them. You will feel peace when something aligns with my will, and unease when it does not. Trust that inner witness. I am awakening something within you that has been quiet for a long time. Purpose. Not purpose driven by ego or comparison, but purpose rooted in service, love, and truth. You will find fulfillment not in striving to be seen, but in quietly becoming who you are meant to be. Your future will surprise you. It will bring opportunities you did not plan for, connections you did not anticipate, moments of joy that arrive gently and stay longer than you expected. You will laugh again, not out of politeness, but from the depths of your being. You will feel excitement without fear. You will look forward without anxiety. I am not finished with you. What I am building now will endure. What I am shaping will last. What I am leading you into will carry meaning far beyond this moment. Release the past without resentment. Honor it for what it taught you, but do not live there. Your story is still being written, and the chapters ahead carry beauty you have not yet imagined. Walk forward with me. Your best days are not behind you. They are ahead. My beloved, now it is time to move. Not in haste, not in pressure, not driven by fear of being left behind, but forward, anchored in trust. You have spent too much of your life looking over your shoulder, wondering what might go wrong, preparing for pain before it arrives, bracing yourself for disappointment as if it were inevitable. You learned this because fear once kept you alert, but fear is no longer your guide. I am. You do not need to know every step ahead to take the next one. You do not need all the answers to walk in confidence. You only need to stay close to me. Fear tells you to hesitate. Faith invites you to walk. Fear reminds you of everything that went wrong. Faith reminds you of who walks with you now. You are not stepping into uncertainty alone. I go before you. I prepare the way. I remove what would destroy you and strengthen you for what you must face. There will still be challenges. I have never promised a path without resistance, but I promise you this: you will not walk without support. When you feel afraid, pause, but do not retreat. When doubt rises, breathe, but do not turn back. When uncertainty speaks, listen, but do not obey it. I am teaching you a new way of moving through life. No longer reacting, no longer panicking, no longer forcing doors that are not meant to open. You will learn to recognize my peace as your signal. When peace is present, move forward. When it is absent, wait. This peace will guard your decisions and protect your heart. You do not need to fight every battle. Some battles are not yours to fight. Some conflicts will dissolve simply because you refuse to be driven by fear anymore. Walk steadily. I am strengthening your spirit so that sudden changes do not destabilize you, so that unexpected news does not steal your joy, so that opposition does not silence your voice. You will not be controlled by anxiety. You will not be ruled by panic. You will not be paralyzed by the unknown. I am giving you courage, not loud, aggressive courage, but quiet confidence, the kind that stands firm without shouting, the kind that remains calm when others are overwhelmed, the kind that trusts even when the outcome is not yet visible. People will notice. They will wonder how you remain steady while everything around you shifts. They will ask how you carry peace in the middle of uncertainty. And your life will speak louder than words. You will not need to convince anyone. Your calm will be your testimony. As you walk forward, you will face moments where old fears attempt to return. Memories may resurface. Past disappointments may try to speak again. When they do, do not engage them. Acknowledge them and release them. You are not who you were then. You are not as fragile as you once were. You are not unprotected. I am with you. Each step you take in trust weakens fear's grip. Each decision made in faith strengthens your confidence. Each time you choose to move forward instead of retreat, you grow. You are becoming resilient. You are becoming discerning. You are becoming free. The path ahead will not always be clear, but it will always be guided. You will receive what you need when you need it. Strength will come at the moment it is required. Wisdom will meet you at each crossroads. Do not measure your progress by speed. Measure it by alignment. You are not in a race. You are in a journey of becoming. And I delight in walking it with you. Take the next step. I am right here. My beloved, stay here with me a moment longer. This is not an ending. This is a ceiling. What I have spoken to you is not meant to be admired and forgotten. It is meant to be carried, lived, breathed, and trusted. These words are not fragile. They are not temporary comfort. They are truth, rooted, enduring, alive. Let them settle deeply inside you now. I am placing peace upon you. Not the fragile peace that depends on circumstances, but the deep peace that remains even when the world shakes. I am placing clarity upon you, where confusion once clouded your thoughts. Light will now guide your understanding. I am placing strength upon you, not the strength that exhausts itself trying to survive, but the strength that knows when to stand, when to rest, and when to move. From this moment forward, you do not walk as one who is searching for worth. You walk as one who knows they are loved. You do not live as one waiting to be chosen. You live as one who has already been chosen. I bless your mind. May your thoughts no longer spiral into fear. May anxiety lose its authority over you. May your mind become a place of peace, truth, and wisdom. I bless your heart. May it soften without becoming fragile. May it open without becoming vulnerable to harm. May it love freely, deeply, and wisely. I bless your body. May strength return where exhaustion once lived. May healing flow into places that have carried stress and pain. May rest come without guilt, and energy return without striving. I bless your path. May the steps ahead of you be ordered, not rushed. May doors open without force. May closed doors bring peace instead of frustration. I bless your relationships. May unhealthy connections fall away gently. May true companionship find you naturally. May you be surrounded by those who honor your growth and protect your peace. I bless your future. May it unfold with purpose. May it surprise you with goodness. May it carry more joy than fear, more peace than struggle, more meaning than pressure. You are no longer bound by the past. You are no longer defined by what hurt you. You are no longer trapped in cycles of doubt. You are free. I am sealing this season with hope. I am marking this moment as a turning point. When doubt tries to return, remember how you felt here. When fear tries to speak again, remember this peace. When life feels heavy, remember my voice. I am with you. In the quiet mornings, I am with you. In the uncertain afternoons, I am with you. In the long nights, I am with you. You do not have to prove anything. You do not have to earn my love. You do not have to be perfect. Just walk with me. Live fully. Love deeply. Trust boldly. And when you stumble, I will lift you. When you doubt, I will steady you. When you grow tired, I will carry you. This is your blessing. This is your assurance. This is your new beginning.